What is going on, everybody? David here from Bluckers Videos and Toys, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Dominion Massive Action Series 1 Yangchuanosaurus and Quetzalcoatlus. Yes, I know that was a mouthful, but sometimes the movies are ridiculously long when it comes to the names of these particular dinosaur species. And the majority of them, I thought I could probably pronounce most of them, but sadly I can't. So, but anyways, I'm very happy to have these in the collection because one, the Yangchuanosaurus is a brand new species to the line, and Quetzalcoatlus is retooled of the original Dino Rivals one that is based off the film Jurassic World Dominion. So very happy to have those in the collection. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at these. So as I mentioned, the Yangchuanosaurus is a brand new species to this line, and don't know much about it. It's a fairly new species to my dinosaur knowledge, and so it was found in China, hence the name Yangchuanosaurus, and it's also classified in the Metriacanthosauridae family, and that's pretty much all I know about the species. I don't know anything else when it comes to like the skeletal structure, if there's a complete one or not and whatnot. So don't have any information on that. So, but very happy to have this in the collection. This is a medium-sized dinosaur in their Jurassic World assortment that Mattel produces every year. And so it pretty much, I think, for this particular scaling for this species, it's pretty spot on, but we'll check all that out. And anyways, so this is your basic style Jurassic World Dominion packaging, with a massive action Yangchuanosaurus name in the middle. Then you got Rexia all the way there on the left-hand corner, and then you got these photos here that will just demonstrate what the action does, And then you got ages 4 and up. That's me. And then you got the Mattel logo, and then you have the UPC right there. So if you, for some reason you can't find this, here it is. And these are pretty much readily available throughout Targets and Walmarts. So should be fairly easy to find. And then on the back of the packaging, it's your basic art render of the figure. And it says total thrashing action. And it says it has a chomp. And there's the fax app information, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and take some time to break the Yangchuanosaurus out of its packaging. All right, so right off the bat, I am loving this figure. The only downside that I do not like about this figure is the length of its tail. And that's pretty much a common complaint throughout everybody that collects these figures, is the length of the tail. It's just way too short. And yeah, but other than that, aside from the tail situation, it's an outstanding figure. It is a little top heavy when it comes to the head, because this is where most of the weight is. But other than that, throughout the rest of the body, it's just lightweight plastic, But overall, I mean, the sculpting and the features that are on this particular figure is incredible as usual. I say that throughout all my Jurassic World toy reviews, is because it's true, because they do take the time to sculpt these things. May not always have the best paint apps. I know that's another common thing that a lot of people have complaints about, is the paint apps. But hey, what are you going to do? Yes, we'd like to have some more paint apps when it comes to certain things. Yes, especially along the tail and stuff, and paint the rest of the frills or spikes or osteoderms, whatever it is that they add to it, But hey, it is what it is, I'm just happy to have a brand new species to the collection that I've never had before. So that in itself is exciting to me. So overall, like I said, it's just an amazing sculpt. I mean, I love the fact that it's dipped in this light green plastic, And as far as the paint goes, it's got the yellow cream, the creamy underbelly all along right here, the underjaw, and but the detailing of the legs and osteoderms, you got all the creasing right there. And as far as the neck goes, got the little frills right there, or not frill, but gobbler right there, and then you got all the little bitty cells right here, or crests, whatever you want to call it, across the back and its tail. Wish it did have a little bit of brown paint right there to kind of finish that off. But hey, it is what it is. And see, that's what I'm talking about as far as the tail goes. That's just way too short. It needs to at least be about that long, But it is what it is. That's the only downside about this figure, like I mentioned. But as far as everything else, it's the sculpt itself is just incredible as usual. Love the fact that the arms, it's got the actual osteoderms on there. Of course, none of the claws on the hands or feet are painted as usual. So you get lucky every once in a while if you get claws and painted feet. But overall, it's just a very nice looking figure. It's incredible. Just the amount of detail that they put in this thing, the texturing and scaling, just the molds themselves, it's just a standout on itself alone on itself, should I say. So here is the head of the Yangchuanosaurus, and you can tell this is a separate piece because, the way it's different colored plastic, it's not paint. So the eyes on here on point. Love the teeth, the inside of the mouth. Looks really good. Sometimes a lot of the figures that I pick up on my end, the teeth are all messed up and stuff, but not this one. One of the rare occasions where my teeth are perfect. But yeah, just the crest on right there. You could tell it's a separate piece right there, just by where the split is right there. It'd be nice if this color was pretty much that same color right there all the way around. That'd be cool. So anyways, so as far as the articulation goes, here we'll just start at the hands. It does on a ball and hinge on the hands go up and down. So pretty cool. And then I think the legs go back, but as you can tell, it ties into the action feature. So let's not go ahead and do that right now. So as far as the action feature goes, you get this button right there, and it does the chomping. And then you could just, it's one of those features where we've had before, and it's kind of like a puppeteering. So you just kind of hold the feet down, just move it back and forth, and then move it up and down. So that's the articulation goes. The better use how that way. You could like up tier it, So that's how the action feature works. So it's a fun action feature, if you're into the puppeteering type aspect. So, but overall, I think it's a great figure, great addition. So let's go ahead and do some little bit of size comparisons. So first off, we're going to bring in Rain and Delacorte, and that's how big he is compared to the Yangchuanosaurus, and that's pretty much accurate, if not almost accurate, So. And next comparison is that we have one of its family members, part of the Metrocanthosauridae family, is the Metrocanthosaurus itself. So Here it is right there next to the Yangchuanosaurus. And here we have it next to the Shalingosaurus. It's one of the species that lived alongside the Yangchuanosaurus. And here's another carnivore compared to it, is the Allosaurus. Now, here's what I'm talking about for the tail. So if you line these guys up, feet to feet, you can tell that the Allosaurus has a little bit longer tail. So if you was to put this tail here, it'd be a little bit better. But it is what it is. But I do like the size comparison when it comes to this thing. So it's a great size comparison. All right, next up is the Quetzalcoatlus from the film, and very happy to have this, not only because it's from the film itself, but it has a little bit more retooling, than a little bit different than compared to the Dino Rivals version. So we've already went over the packaging for the Yangchuanosaurus. It's pretty much the same thing. So the only thing that's different in the back, it's just basically, it gives you art rendering. It gives you the action feature where it says total wing flapping and chomp. So let's go ahead and take some time to get this, snip this girl out of its packaging. Take a closer look at this Quetzalcoatlus. All right. So here we have the Quetzalcoatlus. And right off the back, I can tell you that it's a little bit different. And it has a little bit more retooling than the original one. And not a whole lot to it. The only paint that you really get is on the wings and on the face and a little bit on the neck. But other than that, it's pretty much all gray plastic. You can tell where factory splotches and stuff right there on the wings itself. And got all over it at the bottom. So just typical. But yeah, so the figure itself, it's really good, And we can just open up these wings right here. Now, these things were about as big as giraffes, If you want to have an idea what size these things are. So they were about the size of giraffes, especially with their long necks. So here is the face sculpt. Looks good. Really like the paint apps on the face and everything. So very cool. Get the little crest right there. This right here is a little bit more scientifically accurate than the one that we got from the Dino Rivals line. It's very cool. I'm just happy they didn't add no teeth to it. So, very nice right there. Very minimal articulation. The only articulation you really get, as far as that goes, is the wings. With the wings, you can fold in and out, and then the legs. So, the legs you can move up and down. So, and then here, you can look this up for the scan code if you need that. We'll do the Yangchuanosaurus here in a minute. I forgot to show that to y'all. So, as far as the action feature goes, you got a button there, and you got a button right here. So, this button is the wing flapping action. So, then the button at the bottom is the let's see, without getting it in the way, let me fold these wings over here like that. Button's way up here, so to try to have a play compatibility with this and not make it so awkward like I'm doing, you just have to kind of position yourself. Then you're gonna want to flap its wings. So, but then you have the articulation in the neck too, where you can like move it up and down. So it just only goes all the way up like this. But as far as going down, that's about it. That's where it's going to be sitting neutral, for the most part. So, but yeah, my only downside is about this figure is where they have this button. But I understand where they have it, so it doesn't get in the way into the wing flapping mechanism. But if you wanted to try to, it's a little awkward, You can't kind of, I guess if you want to try to do it both at the same time, but if you want to try to do it one at a time, it's a little hard because the way it's set up all the way up there, But that's just my opinion. But overall, beautiful figure, I like the way it is, like I said, it's a little different compared to the Dino Rivals one. But here is an Owen Grady. So you kind of get a sense of how big this thing is. So like I said, it was about the size of a giraffe. So yeah, that's how big he is. And here is a comparison to my vintage Quetzalcoatlus from Tycho's Dino Riders. So it's a little smaller. This one has a very simplistic gimmick, very easy, very durable and play with. This one, like I said, it's just a little difficult. It's fine with the flapping wings, but if you wanted to try to do the bite, the chomp, it's hard to do it if you're trying to do it like that. So here is the comparisons to the Dino Rivals one right here. There. Let me go ahead and get this thing off the stand. These things are very large birds, or pterosaurs, not birds, but pterosaurs. So as you can tell, this is a little bit different as far as when it comes to the design and the gimmick. So if you can see right there, right here, as far as the gimmick goes, you have the flapping and then you have the chomping. So it's a little bit easier to get to, but at least it's not at the bottom like this one. But the only reason why they don't have it like that is because of the scan code where they put it. They should have just flip-flopped it and put the scan code at the bottom. But nonetheless, I digress. But as far as size goes, you can tell it's pretty much the same size. A little difference in the wings is that the fingers or the claws are a little bit bigger. See how small these claws are. See how big those are. And then the body itself, and the molding, feet, pretty good. But the only thing that's different is the neck situation. As you can tell, the body is a little bit shorter when it comes to the neck, but the head itself is a lot larger. So if you was to stack these on top of each other like that, you could tell that this is a little shorter than that. But the head makes up where the neck is. So, little difference, but the pretty much almost the same. But it's just a different retooled figure. So I prefer this one. It's more scientifically accurate. Yep. So there we go. So here's that scan code for the Yangchuanosaurus, because I didn't show it in the beginning of the video when I was reviewing this thing. Well, I think that would just about do it. That is my review for the Series 1 Massive Action figures from the Jurassic World Dominion line. I hope y'all enjoyed this review as much as I did reviewing it. And let me know in the comments below what you think of these figures. Did you like the Yangchuanosaurus, or did you like the Quetzalcoatlus from the Dominion film? And don't forget, words of wisdom. Buy what you love and not what you like, because if you buy what you like, you will always end up getting rid of it. And I will catch y'all later.